Hey everyone, welcome back to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird.
I'm Fuego here.
Here to continue our reviews of the shitty era of Child's Play movies.
What?
With Seed of Chucky, the absolute worst movie in the entire franchise. Although, Cult does give it a bit of a run for its money nowadays. Although, I kind of like it a little bit better than the first time I watched it. So, Seed, in my opinion, is the worst of the series.
I don't know if it's the worst, but Cult is, I mean, honestly, the last three are all pretty bad in my opinion. So, actually, the last four.
You just said in the last review that you think Seed might be better.
Than Bride.
Yeah.
I had more fun with it, at least, because it's that stupid and knows it's stupid. This movie knows how dumb it is, and it embraces the just insanity and the bonkers wackiness. I mean,
I don't think it's as self-aware as you're giving it credit
this
for.
This and Cult are the two most silly and nutty, just what in the hell is going on in this movie of the entire series.
But this was slapstick, bad dialogue garbage.
Which is why
Cult you could get away with actually still being kind of a horror movie.
Which is where I feel
this
like
one not at all.
That's where I say it was deliberate and it knew what it was doing.
That's
why
I contend
that.
Though it's not,
yeah.
But it's not that self-aware like kind of humor.
Okay, well maybe it's not super self-aware, but it deliberately approached it this way.
I know, but that doesn't mean it did it well. So, all right. So
we
our overall thoughts.
We have half of.
Oh my god, it's the worst. Stop. We'll get to it. So, overall thoughts. I hate Seed. I think this one's the worst one. So that's my overall thoughts. Your overall thoughts.
It made me laugh upon a rewatch, especially a few scenes. But this is not really a Child's Play movie in any way, shape, or form. It just has like some of those characters in there. I don't know, but yet the strange Frankenstein that it is, I have fun with it. And
I hate you so much.
Yeah, I do actually. I do. It made me laugh more than Bride did. Like every laugh in this one I felt was intentional, whereas every laugh in Bride I felt like,
First off, I contend, where did you laugh in this? Because there were no points for me that were worth laughing at.
Oh, I laughed at the stupid audition between Redman and Jennifer
Why?
Tilly.
Why?
I laughed at I laughed.
Oh, Virgin Mary.
Yeah, girl.
That lip bite that he had going on.
And I laugh where he takes Glenn/Glenda out on the first killing spree, and he's all proud of the kid and everything when he accidentally kills John Waters. I mean, I don't know. There's some moments in this that I do find fun, and honestly, Jennifer Tilly's whorishness in this amuses me because of the fact that she's so willing to just climb the proverbial ladder, and it makes me laugh. And
I mean, that she did on purpose at least.
That's probably Tilly to a T, and if she's willing to act it on.
I don't think that's what she is actually. I think it's funny that she was willing to play that part.
And that's where, of course, it's self-referential and meta.
She's like hiding the candy bars. It's funny because you can see her slowly getting bigger over the course of the franchise.
Yeah, well, which they joke about when her assistant is just like, "No, Jennifer, not with the chocolate."
Her assistant, by the way, who played a prominent role in an awesome BBC series called Primeval, where it was about a government agency that was tasked with tracking down portals that were opening up to prehistoric times, and every episode a new dinosaur would come through and start wreaking havoc in our world.
Oh, I see why you like it.
Yeah, so I like the assistant a lot, even though she goes the way of the dodo by the end of this. So let's talk about the story. Go ahead. I don't care.
Okay, so the story essentially at the end of
I'm so checked out for this one.
You're fine, man. At the end of Bride, you do realize that Tiffany has, in fact, because they do consummate, they still have working parts, which goes against what we saw.
Do I have a rubber? Tiff, I'm all rubber. Of course, he doesn't realize that he's actually ejaculating little rubber particles into her that are going to grow into a baby.
That can seemingly do something. And so, yeah, we do have this little child that we catch up with at the very beginning of the film because he's in the UK and he's being used in a ventriloquist act, which is where the guy is acting like he does not have a living puppet that can work on its own. Mm-hmm. And sure enough, that's what Glenn is doing. And so Glenn happens to see the
baby.
The baby. Yes, the baby. So Glenn sees it. He's always wondered who his real parents are and all this other crap. And he sees.
He makes the dramatically dumb connection made in Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I hate it so much.
That one's pretty dumb, actually. But
that one's pretty dumb. He
that
says one's pretty dumb. The rest is
golden. But the
golden.
whole movie's dumb.
That's pretty stupid.
This is one of those movies that it's so stupid it's entertaining in a lot of ways for me. Which
Hard
is the
disagree.
That's fine. It's because you just hold this series so close to your heart.
I do like the good ones. Yeah, I like when a series is good.
I don't hold this series.
Hate me if you want, but I like when a series is good.
Yeah. So Glenn goes back to the States after seeing Chucky and Tiffany on this set with Jennifer Tilly, her new movie and everything, because there's this interview that's conducted.
Yeah, which is how they bring the dolls back, because they're both like destroyed to shit at the end of Bride.
All he needs is the amulet.
The amulet,
and this is where they're losing the continuity and just the explanation and the mythology.
And the chant that used to be like a paragraph long now is just Ade Dewey Dembella awake. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah. What?
And now they just awaken in these new dolls that were actually props for this Jennifer Tilly movie.
So dumb.
So yeah, it's just really.
I hate this movie to its core.
It's cutting to the chase. It's just getting right to it. It mucks with the mythology.
I would watch Freddy's Dead 1,000 times before I would watch this movie once. I absolutely hate this movie.
I would agree with you there because Freddy's Dead sucks though, man. I really hate that.
Not as bad as this though. Just not as bad as this.
Why is it that all of these series have to just like limp to the finish line? I feel like I don't know.
Limp is right. Moving on.
But yeah. So I mean, as things progress, so he revives them, and it really turns into they're like, no, we shouldn't kill. Because, Glenn thinks that, why do you kill mommy and daddy? Because he's got the British accent from living over there, which is just absolutely silly.
Anger
I find it funny. Urge to kill.
rising.
Urge to kill. Fading. God. Come, family.
Once again, I don't even realize how much I reference The Simpsons on a regular basis. It's so ingrained in me.
Same. But yeah, so there's some. Jennifer Tilly whoring it up, trying to get this gig with Redman and be the Virgin Mary in this film, and then in the same right, you've got Glenn and Chucky and Tiffany trying to be parents, and all of the disagreements of that, where Tiffany's like, no, we're not going to kill, and then Chucky's like, yes, we will kill, and it eventually turns into
they both take vows not to do it. They both break the vows.
Yeah, but Chucky's crossing his fingers, so
I know.
Yeah, and he takes Kid out on a killing spree, which doesn't really go as but they do pour just boiling. Well, it's not even boiling. It's like acid.
On John Waters.
In his.
He becomes Two-Face before he dies.
Yeah, which is pretty funny, and I do like that. He's this photographer who's trying to he's like a paparazzi guy. He's trying to get some shots of Jennifer Tilly, and he also sees Chucky masturbating for the.
What the fuck was that about? I forgot that dumb shit.
And they put it in the turkey baster so they can get her pregnant.
It's so much worse than I remember it being. Like, I'm watching this thing going,
such a weird movie.
How did I forget how bad this movie is? Like, this is a garbage fire,
and that's why it's entertaining, because it's so stupid, dude. And
I almost regret, I feel like I should go back and revisit my top 13
this would be a
horror franchises, because I put it at number 2. And these last 4 movies are so bad, it should drag it way more down.
This would legit be a fun film to do a Drunken Terry with you about, to just see you go into rage mode over this film.
If you want to see anger from fucking Inside Out on a podcast, that's what it would be. They keep doing stupid shit in this movie. I'd freaking... I'd explode.
Yeah, so then it does in turn.
Can we get to the acting and effects? Why is this story taking so long?
Just to wrap it up, they're trying to transfer their bodies into the real Jennifer Tilly and into Redman, respectively. Things don't go as planned. There's turkey basters. Turkey basters and impregnators used. Glenn. We also have the Glenda aspect of the different personalities.
Where Glenda's crazy, but Glenn is normal.
Exactly.
And that continues because they end up Jennifer Tilly has babies at the end. One is Glenn, one is Glenda. We never see them again, but I'm sure they're going to come back in this god-awful 8-episode series that Mancini
fart-smelling episodes like the South Park. So, okay, acting is bad throughout, but I feel like it's very deliberately hammy. I feel like this is Don Mancini's first time directing and writing, and that honestly, he went with Redman, who had done comedic stuff at the time. He just got done doing How High with his I
think that was the one movie he was in. Why? Why Redman?
I feel like
Redman, as they kept saying.
Redman, as she was calling him, which was really funny, actually.
That was a funny joke.
Everything about this movie's stupidity is deliberate in my estimation. From the casting to the silly scripting, I think
they thought it was going to be a much funnier stupid.
They went full retard. They went full retard for this movie.
That's a fair assessment.
Without
realizing it.
Don Mancini, I think he was totally cognizant. He was like, we hinted at it. Who agrees with me in the comments? Let me know below. But
they wanted it to be stupid, but not as straight. Like, no one sets out to make a bad movie. They thought they were being clever. This is a bad movie.
I don't think they thought they were clever at all.
I thought that's what you said they were thinking. No, as stupid as it is, it's bad, though. They didn't make it clever or funny. Like, they thought they were, but they didn't.
I don't think stupid is ever clever. I mean...
disagree. I think there can be...
okay,
Dumb and Dumber. Dale versus
Evil.
Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah,
that's stupid. That's really funny. You know what I mean? They can do that. They can do it. They just didn't in this. It's Mancini thinking he's clever, but not being at all.
Okay. Well, fair. We will agree to disagree.
Don't make me fight you.
Let's just
Sorry, guys. I don't mean to be this negatively passionate about this,
fine.
But I just felt so betrayed by this entry in a series that I love so much.
Which is probably why you liked Curse maybe more than you should, because of the fact that this was such a terrible turd of a tentpole in the series.
That felt like, I was like, oh, we're finally back to the thing about the first movie, but then it goes full seed towards the end when she peels off. I'm like, that's not the same. Anyway, we'll get to it.
Okay, we will get to it.
So angry.
Score, there's nothing really. I mean, at least with at least with Bride, there was a cool, like, kind of metal rock soundtrack of sorts. This abandons that, obviously, so there's nothing really memorable music-wise.
Acting's
effects
not good.
and kills-wise.
I mean, to hell.
Yeah, the puppet work and the effects for them is really. It does feel like a step down from Bride.
It definitely did. Yeah, it felt like they were much more. You know what I mean?
And the design of Glenn, I don't know what they were thinking, really.
Awful.
Man. It's really strange.
Pale and like angular and not like, it just looked so bad.
And I think
didn't
that's
look
why
anything like the human
it.
counterpart. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly. And as far as kills go, I mean, I do like the John Waters kill. There is the decapitation on the movie set that I like. You know, which
That's
is okay.
so dumb.
Which is what they always cut people's heads off with weird strings and bags and crap like that.
They're two dolls and they don't have the strength to do that.
Yeah, I felt like the Redman kill could have been stronger. That was a little disappointing.
Everything could have been stronger.
Everything could have been stronger.
If we focus on everything that could have been stronger, we'll be here for another 25, 30 minutes.
So let's just cut it off here. I know how much you hate and loathe and despise this movie with a passion.
I'm done with it.
So let's just call it there, everybody. Thanks very much.
Sorry, guys. I can't stand it. I know there's maybe redeeming qualities for some of you, but even the redeeming qualities that people try and express, I don't find redeeming at all. I think it's just a goddamn garbage fire. So
I just like the fact that this is very much the Scream 3 of the franchise.
Yes.
And the fact that it went to Hollywood and it pulled back the curtain. It's making fun of Hollywood, maybe not in the best fashion, maybe not in the most amusing fashion. It's just in a stupid kind of, I don't know. It is almost kind of mean maybe a little bit in the way that it goes after some of the Hollywood stuff.
Yeah.
But hey, some might think that is deserved, and in some instances, I think that is in fact the case. So hey,
it is a mean-spirited entry. So,
and I mean, credit to Jennifer Tilly for being okay with just the self-deprecation.
Jennifer Tilly's happy to get a paycheck at this point in her career, so I think she's fine with that.
She can't do Bound 2. So,
no, so well, definitely not. Or it'll be Bound cubed without even realizing it.
I would watch. I would watch that.
Why don't you guys let us know what your thoughts are on Seed of Chucky in the comments down below. While you're down there, if you like the video, click the like button. If you didn't like it, click the dislike button. Go ahead; it won't hurt my feelings.
Hey, any sort of interaction actually is good for us.
Shut up. Shh. Comment down below what your thoughts are on this one. Until next time, I've been Cecil Laird.
Gracias, Jaime and Fuego.
Thank you to our patrons, and remember, guys, stay scared. Not of this piece of shit.